Session. So the meeting's already been called to order, but for verbal attendance for board members starting furthest to my left, please state your name for the record.
Vasilia Supos.
Scott Nelson.
Alex Kemalevich.
Julie Moon.
James Dolan.
Jessica Pritzker.
All right, everybody's here. Let's move to our public hearing, right? Yes. We're going to move to a public hearing. Sorry. Do I have the public hearing? I do. I'd like to call the meeting order again for the public hearing. For verbal attendance of board members starting furthest to my left, please state your name for the record.
Vasilia Supos.
Eva Gilio.
Scott Nelson.
Alex Kemalevich.
Julie Moon.
James Dolan.
Jessica Pritzker.
Thank you. Now we'll move to the Assistant Superintendent of Business Services presents the fiscal year 26 budget.
Thank you. Good evening. Tonight, we're going to present the same numbers that we've been looking at for the last 2 months now. All revenues, we've got on top, looking at $108,428,411. Looking at expenditures of $116,284,206 for a deficit of $7.8 million. When we look at just the operating funds, we're looking at revenues of $97,633,411 and expenses of $99,379,332 for a deficit of $1.7 million. In looking at our reserve reduction plan, according to this public act, we see yet again that no threat of having more than 2 times the annual expenses. And that's all we have.
Are there any questions? All right. Next, we have audience comments related to the public hearing. This is the first opportunity for audience comments with this meeting. Anyone wishing to address the board can submit a comment card and give it to the Executive Director of Communications and Strategic Planning. The Executive Director will call community members who submit cards forward. They'll be asked to introduce themselves and describe your relationship to the district. Please keep your comments at 3 minutes or less and keep them related to the public hearing as we're in it right now. We'll be taking notes and we'll be in listening mode only, and the appropriate response will be given in a timely manner. Do we have any comments in the public hearing section?
No, we do not.
No, we don't?
No.
Okay. All right, I'd like to ask for a motion and a second to adjourn the public hearing.
Phil moved. Moon.
Second, Dolan.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Motion carries. All right, next we'll move to, oh, there it is. Got it, yes. Approvals. Can I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
So moved, Kemalevich.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the approval of the August 18 executive and regular session minutes. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved. Pritzker.
Second, Dolan.
Gabby, may I have a roll call?
Supos. Gilio.
Aye.
Dolan.
Aye.
Moon.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Pritzker.
Aye.
Kemalevich.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have our communications section. Dr. Deli?
Thank you. Outside of our stated agenda items, I don't have additional comments to make at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are now at audience comments. Do we have any audience comments for this section?
We do not.
All right. Now we have the consideration of resolutions, our consent agenda. We have the 25060 personnel report, the 25061 payroll warrants, the 25062 vendor warrants. Can I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved. Moon. Second. Pritzker.
Gabby, may I have a roll call?
Gilio.
Aye.
Dolan.
Aye.
Moon.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Pritzker.
Aye.
Kemalevich.
Aye.
Supos.
Motion carries. Now we have the 25063 adoption of the final fiscal year 26 budget. Nothing? May I have a motion and a second to approve the fiscal year 26 budget as presented?
So moved, Kamalevich.
Second, Gilio.
Gabby, may I have a roll call?
Dolan,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Pritzker,
Aye.
Kamalevich,
Aye.
Supos, Gilio.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have the 25064 Financial Audit Services Agreement for fiscal year 25-26.
So it's always best practice to have.
I'm sorry, and fiscal year 26.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's always best practice every now and again to go out and take a fresh look at what auditors may be out there and try and change services, get a fresh look from another audit firm. Given the fact that we are going through some changes in the business office, treasury services, in addition to new software implementation later this year, we thought this was a good time to put out an RFP to seek proposals from audit firms for our audit services that we are required to do each year. We sent out a number of different agencies, or firms rather, our RFP, met with several board members, and ended up with just one submission. But we had sort of an interview process with that, with Baker Tilly, who's emerged as the recommended auditor for, like you said, FY25, which we just ended, in the upcoming fiscal year 26. So this is a recommendation for an agreement for 2 fiscal years at the price listed in the memo. And yeah, I don't know if there's any other comments from anyone who was at the selection meeting.
Well, yeah, thank you to
Yeah.
Mr. Supos and Mr. Kamalevich for helping us with that process.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit afterwards. We were very impressed by, I think having sat in on hundreds of RFP presentations, it's always great when the prospective vendor brings people along that you can kind of tell just really, really enjoy what they're doing and like the intricacies of what they're doing to the point where they can't help themselves but like try to solution in the RFP presentation, which normally you're told sort of not to do because that's billable work. But and so that was our takeaway, that that we were very impressed by them and felt it would be a good relationship.
So, yeah, I would say this committee's coming to the full board with the recommendation that Baker Tilly at least be awarded this contract for the next 2 years minimally.
Thank you to Alex and Vasilios for doing the due diligence for the board. Are there any other questions? Can I have a motion and a second to approve the resolution as presented?
Second, Kamalevich.
Gabby, may I have a roll call vote?
Moon,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Pritzker,
Aye.
Kamalevich,
Aye.
Supos, Gilio,
Aye.
Dolan.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have the 25065 Healthcare Cooperative Agreement.
So this is my 11th year now, and since I've been here and for many years prior to, this district has operated a self-funded PPO health program, and it performed well for many years. Unfortunately, like many self-funded programs during the pandemic years, we watched our claims exceed our projected premiums, thus drawing down our reserves. This forced us as a committee, COMPCO, to reevaluate and seek proposals from at least 2 of the healthcare cooperatives within Gallagher. Gallagher is our current healthcare broker consultant. And so what the charge was for Gallagher and the committee was to take a look at 3 options. One, what does our self-funded standalone program look like in terms of pricing for the following year? And what does that look like for EBC, which is one of the co-ops from Gallagher, and NIHEP? And so what they did was the underwriters of Gallagher gave us their best guess on what premium equivalents would be for calendar year 26 rather. So COMPCO met several times along with several of the board members here tonight and to evaluate the program and then finally the pricing associated. So speaking on behalf of the committee, I think it was clear that all options remain viable. There's pros and cons to all of them. However, based on the co-op option, I think that's going to emerge as the right path for the district moving forward for several reasons. But in particular, in these both of these programs were very close in what they offer. NIHIP emerged as the recommendation from the committee. And I think, based on everything we saw and the fact that in the first year our plans stayed the exact same, we know the service from Gallagher is to our liking. The pharmacy list remains the same. And then finally, pricing, which showed material savings for both the district and many families who buy up for the, a plus spouse or plus kids or family. So with that, I did ask Nick Rabadik, I'm sorry, to join us and just introduce himself on behalf of Gallagher and just speak a little bit to the process.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. As Eric said, my name is Nick. Good. As Eric said, my name is Nick Rabadik. I'm here from Gallagher. My primary role and responsibility within Gallagher is focused on NIHIP, on the cooperative, and leading the overall strategy, the satisfaction of all the districts within NIHIP, and the vendor and carrier partners that we work with, managing the relationships with them. So, as Eric said, I wanted to thank the district, the committee, some of the board members who are involved in the process that I recognize here tonight, for evaluating the options. I do believe that, as Eric said, any of the options were viable, but coming into the NIHIP cooperative is a win for the district and for the families and the employees within the district. So thank you again for exploring the options and partnering with Gallagher. So on behalf of Gallagher and NIHIP, we're excited to welcome in D34 into the cooperative. I trust that you've all had the opportunity to review the memo and the board resolution, and I'm here to answer any questions that may be outstanding.
Nick, you were at the May meeting too, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great presentation.
Thank you.
I think we had quite a few board members that participated over a couple of meetings, so that was great. I want to thank Comco for taking this work on. This is extensive work that Comco has done to make sure that all of our staff members have great health insurance going forward. Does anybody have any questions about the NIHIP presentation?
I appreciate your comments there, President Nelson. Eric's been working really hard with Comco for years, just trying to understand the kind of annual impact. Ryan, thanks for kind of bringing this to us. I guess I only had one question since you're here. What have been, and if you don't have it handy, it's okay.
Yes.
But basically the performance versus market trends for NIHIP as a cooperative purchaser, and whether it's underperforming or in line with market growth, and cost increases. And what can we look forward to? What can the district look forward to with regards to beating the market because of the power of the purchasing cooperative?
So both the HMO and the PPO plans within NIHIP have outperformed the market over the last 5 and 10 years. That's something that we regularly look at. We look at the market average increases, or rate action, I should say, whether it is an increase or a decrease, and how the cooperative performs relative to the market. And both the 5 and the 10-year averages are better than the market.
For everybody who watches the news, that's very encouraging. And then just one clarifying question for you, Eric. The pharmacy formulary is comparable or exactly the same between kind of this year, next year, and without any major changes expected going forward? And Ryan, you could answer too.
Sure. It is. So within NIHIP, the formulary is more broad than the district's current formulary on a standalone self-funded basis. So Blue Cross has confirmed that there's no disruption to members because it is moving to a more broad formulary drug list.
Thank you.
Now, of course, I'll add, Blue Cross can make changes to the formulary,
Right.
which they do a couple times a year. So that, of course, can happen regardless of which formulary you're on and which plan you're in, whether it's standalone or within NIHIP.
Great. Great. Any other questions? Thanks, James. That was very good.
Just having attended the presentations, I think either of the co-ops were great. Not without going into a lot of details. The NIHIP, the way the NIHIP runs its business appears to be, from my perspective, a little bit more innovative and allows it to be a bit more proactive on the cost side than a typical reactive co-op might be. And I thought that was good. But there wasn't a lot of air between them. They would have either been good choices.
All right, thanks. Could I have a motion and a second to approve the resolution as presented?
So moved. Dolan.
Second, Gilio.
Gabby, may I have a roll call?
Nelson,
Aye.
Pritzker,
Aye.
Kamalevich,
Aye.
Supos, Gilio,
Aye.
Dolan,
Aye.
Moon.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have our discussion section. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I did enjoy your presentation. It was good. Next, we have our proposed construction for summer of 2026.
Inviting Steve Ruelli to the stand.
Good evening. Before you is a memo that states the projected work for the summer of 2026. Basically, it's going to include site work at Lyon and Springman. Basically, that includes pavement and concrete, new curbs, new walks, everything like that. This past summer of '25, we did site work at Hinking, along with interior finishes at Specials Rooms, art, drama, music at Hinking and Westbrook. Bids came in approximately $2 million, which was about $1 million under our proposed $3 million budget. So that leaves us $1 million to carry over for year two. We will be going out to bid in December to receive bids on the site work at Springman and Lyon with a $4 million budget proposed. Once the bids come in, we'll be bringing you back our recommendation for discussion in March.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Steve, I'm really happy to see that we're maintaining all of our new work that has
Thank
been
you.
done,
Yeah.
too, as we go forward.
Thank you.
Are there any other parking lots that could be also like moved forward a year, Steve, as part of this? Just, in the memo, there was the, using the carryover, we need to do this one. Are there any other parking lots in disrepair that could be part of or bundled into this to think about that?
Well, the estimated cost for Lyon alone is about $4 million. That's going to be our base bid. So we're going to use Springman as an alternate, which I'm going to break up into 3 sections. And again, depending on how bids come in, if they come in low, great, we'll do both schools. If there are other eventually we're going to do all the parking lots except for Westbrook's, which is fairly new. So yeah, if numbers come in our favor, Glen Grove was the next parking lot or site work that would have to be done. So I'll consider that. We'll bring it to the board at that time. Depends on how the numbers come in.
Great. That's good. Any more questions about this? When do we vote on this?
Bids
March.
come in, yeah,
March?
probably.
Yeah, we're going to go out to bid in January, so we'll get them back probably in March.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Sorry, we're back to audience comments. Are there any audience comments right now?
No.
Thank you. All right. Next, we have our report section. We have the FOIA report and the administrator and teacher salary and benefit report for 2025. Any questions? Everybody read those? Great.
Yeah, I read the FOIA report.
Yeah.
It's my new hobby.
It's a good, hopefully you're not going to be busy. Next, we have other business. I just want to remind everybody that I have a True North board meeting and changes are afoot. So please, if anyone has any thoughts or questions, look at the True North board docs, which will be live, I think, tonight. And you could let me know if you have any thoughts. We've been talking about that for a while, but things are moving quickly. So please send me your thoughts.
And now you can even watch the meeting.
That's right. It'll be live streamed this Wednesday for the first time ever. Let me know if you can't hear us. The sound is pretty bad in the gym. Thank you. Appreciate it. Any other business? If not, we are adjourned. Thanks.
Thank you.